Well, Tim, when I was in Buenos Aires, not to name drop.
You're such an intrepid traveller. I love it.
I do. I love my travel. Anyway, I did a cooking class, and it was an asado experience, who do this fantastic cooking class. And literally, asado is just the Argentinian barbecue.
Yes.
My favourite thing in the whole meal, and literally, I think we tried just about every meat. Argentina are keen on their meat. Sorry, vegetarians. And they did this choripan, which literally just means sausage in a bread. I've tried to, of course, Joannify it a little bit. So I'm just going to use some whole grain bread. I am going to use a chorizo sausage, but you can use any kind of sausage that you like. But we're going to do the chorizo. We're going to make a beautiful chimichurri.
This isn't just a barbecue sausage in white bread today. We're taking the humble snagging bread to the next level.
Exactly.
I love it.
It's a fancy hot dog, let's be honest.
Fancy hot dog.
But it's also a lot more nutritious. So I am going to get the chorizo cooking. So if you could finely dice. Nobody likes a big chunk of red onion.
No, I got you.
And what I'm going to do is just cut some little slices in here, and you'll see when it cooks why I'm doing this. Partly also, it lets a lot of the fat come out of the sausage. But let's be honest, it's a little bit about the aesthetics too.
The options are endless with chorizo.
It does add a lot of flavour. And I know people ask me about, is it processed meat and should I have too much processed meat? The truth is, if you're accompanying it with loads of things like these fresh herbs and loads of veggies, it's all about the balance of ingredients in your diet. So, you can have a little bit of whatever you fancy, as long as it's in balance with an overall whole food, plant-rich diet. So we're going to enjoy our chorizo today.
Okay, so I've diced up that onion nice and small.
That's absolutely perfect. Now, the trick to chimichurri is fresh herbs. Mostly it's parsley. I'm going to put in a bit of coriander too.
Mixing it up.
And then you always add a bit of oregano. Now, strangely enough, this is one recipe where dried oregano is often used. Yeah. But, I grow my own herbs, and so I like to use a little bit of fresh. So I'm going to use some fresh. And then you just want to roughly chop them all. So lots of fresh parsley is really the key. If you hate coriander, leave out the coriander and do a bit of extra parsley. Okay, so in that goes into the bowl. And then my coriander. Just lose the toughest part of the stalks, but you want all those leaves to go in.
So the sausages are just charring away, doing their thing. I love that.
They are, and they take a little while to cook, but you want it to be cooked through nicely, really golden brown and starting to char up outside. So you can see it's starting to brown up. Works really well in the barbecue, actually. And this is just my fresh oregano, or oregano.
Oregano.
Okay, some chilies going in here too. Now, if you don't like so much of the heat, just take out the seeds, but I'm going to leave them in because I don't mind.
Me too.
I like a bit of the heat. And just chop them finely, though, so you don't get a huge mouthful of chili at the same time. Make your chimichurri about half an hour before you need it, because that's when it's just going to allow the flavours to develop. And I'm chopping my garlic really small. The flavour, of course, is just classic, but I do want it small rather than getting a big bite of raw garlic. In that goes. Okay, now also into my chimichurri then is just some red wine vinegar, like you're going to put into your salsa.
Amazing.
And extra virgin olive oil. And use a nice robust flavoured extra virgin olive oil. We've got a lot going on in this chimichurri, so I really want that sort of sharp, bitter polyphenol taste of those more robust kind of oils. Now you see why I did this scoring. See how this is nicely just opening up? Oh, that's exactly what I want. It's getting smoky in here. I will pop a pinch of salt in here.
And a bit of red wine vinegar into our pico de gallo. Good drizzle of olive oil. And that's it, nice and simple.
That's it. You want it really, really simple. Maybe a pinch of salt, just I think helps bring out the flavour in that tomato.
Beautiful. Oh, look how vibrant and colourful this looks.
Isn't it? It makes such a difference, I think, to make these kind of fresh salsas, fresh sauces. Oh, just beautiful.
Happy days.
Okay, Tim, teamwork here to create these. So we've got our little whole grain buns, so I suggest slicing them lengthways, that way, opening them out. I might take my lettuce over here.
Just like that.
Open it out. And you know what you can do, if you like, is just pop them in there just to warm up a little bit and slightly toast the inside. So when you've got a fat chorizo sausage like this, what I like to do is then cut them down lengthways and just kind of brown them on the inside edge as well. So they look really gorgeous when they put them into your bread.
I love that. More surface area, more opportunity to get caramelised and delicious.
Absolutely. Okay, so I reckon we're ready to go.
All right.
So you go for, I use the little lettuce leaf as a bit of a cup.
Lovely.
Pop some of the pico de gallo into your lettuce.
Have fun.
Isn't it? And then you go with one of the chorizos. Look at that. On the top. Looking really pretty. You ready?
Thank you. Go for it.
Here is yours. And then a beautiful drizzle over of the chimichurri. Don't hold back.
This is
Be
unlike
generous.
any hot dog I've had in my life, but I am very intrigued.
Pop on your
Inside.
top. This is exactly what you want.
But I mean,
dribbling
come
with
on.
our sauces.
I don't know if I'm going to fit
Enjoy.
my mouth around it.
Well, I'm going to watch and see. I'm tasting.
Oh, wow. Chorizo, lovely.
That is good.
You serve that at your next barbecue, you will be an absolute hero.
You will. Yep, get messy, folks. It's Choripan.